Hello world, how y'all doing? It's your boy Boss Rider checking in again for Navigate Logistics. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. You can join the tribe if you subscribe, and you can share if you really care. Just want to give a couple updates. Today is March the 22nd. Getting ready to wrap up this month. It's been decent so far. I really wanted it to be a very good month. I was hoping it would be my best month, but I really haven't been able to break any records as far as on a weekly basis. So with it being 5 weeks in a month, I think I'll probably do pretty good, but I haven't really done anything as far as on a weekly basis to really exceed my gross expectations, which is pretty unfortunate, but it's not over with, so I'm gonna keep on going and keep on pushing. For the most part, everything been going smooth. Equipment's been holding up well, and we've been keeping it moving. In the trucking news, diesel prices still around $4.09 on average. I'm hoping that stuff starts to go down because the rejection rate is still, if you looked at my last video, it's still around 3.68%. So that's low. We've seen a capacity increase again for the second time, I believe in this month. So I think it increased the first week of this month, and this previous week it increased again. So there's 2 times in 1 month, and that's the second time in over a year. So I don't know what's going on. I think it could be the independent contractor law, like I said before, that's influencing people to go out and get their own authority. But with the load to truck ratio still real low, that increase in capacity is not looking good for us to go ahead and push up out of this freight recession. But that's the news. I'm just reporting it. For those who don't know, I am a spot market carrier, a dry van. The average rate right now is $1.86, which is crap. I originally scaled my business to do about $2.50, but I scaled it back in 2021. And before I got my equipment in 2023, I knew it was a recession, so I knew it would be a struggle. But I really haul stuff for $1.86. That's just what the national average is right now. I still try to get anywhere between $2.50 or more, you know what I'm saying, as close as I can get to it. Sometimes you gotta take what you can take. The shorter runs seem to pay a lot more, so I do run a little shorter runs. I try to drop every day to keep the capital coming in. This is a very hard and difficult time to be a truck driver right now, especially an owner-operator. Company drivers can do pretty good because most of their freight is contract. So that's what the news is talking about right now as far as FMCSA reports, capacity news. I wanted to touch on some things that I was reading up on, a solution to some of this stuff, man, because I still think the majority of this freight recession is because of the broker margins. Like, I ain't got nothing personal against brokers, but I really see that's where, to me, my opinion, that's where the problem lies at. I'm pretty sure these shippers are paying because they're making money. Now, I know the economy is where it's at, and you have people spending less money, and everybody's struggling across the board, so people are not spending as much money as they were during the time of the pandemic and stuff like that, and they don't have the influx of cash coming from the stimulus that they had. So people are a lot tighter with the money they're spending, so that's going to affect us truckers. But I think the shippers are paying and the brokers are taking more, and that broker margin is a lot more than what it should be. So I was reading up on a solution. I just wanted to share this. one guy say, you know, if we get together and write the FMCSA, Transportation Secretary, ATA, and OIDA, and recommend that they enforce the Raycon law and the UCC code. And what that does is forbid this the Raycon waiver in the carrier package. So we can have transparency, you know what I'm saying? So we can see what the shipper is paying for that load and what the broker is trying to take, so we can have more negotiating power, you know, because the national average on the dry van side being 186 and on the reefer side being like $2.23 is not comparing to the diesel prices. It's nowhere near. Diesel prices $4 a mile. So how can you possibly run a business, you know what I'm saying, in that situation? It gets very difficult. So that's what lies in the problem. Now, if the shippers are not paying enough for the brokers to make money and then pass it on to the carrier, that's one thing, and we can all understand and agree on. But like I said, it's my opinion that I still feel like the brokers are taking majority, because every time I'm on the phone with a broker and I negotiate, I see something posted, I'm always getting $250 more just off negotiation. So like, why not post it? You know, they're not going to post it because of course they're in the business of making money as well. But like I'm saying, they're posting it for as cheap as possible, $1.30, $1.40. A lot of times you don't even want to call, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell you, they'll go over the, you know, what is how much it weighs, what time it picks up, and then they'll say the rate posted at, say 800. How close can you get to 1100? Oh wow, well, this is something, I got all this, I got this in it, I got that in it, but I can do 11. I can do 1,000. I can do 10, you know, 1,050. You know, they come up on it, so it's more money in the load. You know what I'm saying? When they tell me that's all they got in it for what is posted, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I never buy that, and I always tell them, well, I have to call you back. I don't never take it like that. I never take it how they give it. But back to what they're saying, you know, once we have transparency on how much the brokers are taking, we can have more power to push back and ask for a rule for capping broker percentages. And that makes sense, you know, because like I said, the shippers are paying. I believe they're paying good money. But us carriers, we're just not seeing it. So, like I said, it's money in the pot. So I just feel like the middleman is taking the majority of it. And to me, it would just make more sense if everybody can see the playing field. How much the shipper is paying, how much the broker is taking, how much the carrier is taking. Because a lot of these loads, they don't even want to give fuel surcharge. And I know the shipper puts enough money into that rate to make sure that product gets shipped. But a lot of these loads, the brokers don't even post the Raycon, or you have to ask for it. And a lot of times they say, oh, that's all we got in it. How is that all? If the shipper wants a product pushed, if that load has went from contract, because most of the spot market freight comes from contract. If it went from contract to the spot market, of course, okay, they're supposed to keep more money on it. The shipper's going to keep more money on it. But they still need that product moved. So it's more money in that load. That's not exactly all the money you're going to have in it. It just doesn't make any sense. But back to this. Like I said, if we can all write an email and forward it to all those companies above, ATA, FMCSA, Transportation Secretary, OIDA, we might start seeing this problem resolved, and we can, you know, get these laws to be enforced, to have some transparency. It'll allow us to fix the market. Now, they did something like a transparency law. I did a video on it, or actually I hinted in one of my videos previously, and that went into effect last year. But from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, if you ask to see that, they have to provide that for you, but a lot of times they'll just blacklist you after that. So next time you call, if they say, oh, this carrier likes to see everything, they don't got to work, they don't have to work with you. So that's another thing. So if they can link that, okay, if we ask for it and they provide it, we get to see, we get to negotiate, and then they try to blacklist us, we should be able to report them as well, just like they report everything on carriers. So they can do a freight guard, they all kind of things from to bear us, to keep us from hauling loads, hauling freight. We need to be able to do the same thing as far as them blacklisting us if we're asking for transparency, to have no more than negotiating power against this broker margin. So that's just some of the news that's out there that I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully, things will start changing here soon. We're getting ready to start the second quarter. Summertime is coming up. It's produce season for the reefers. So all across the board, I'm just staying prayed up, staying busy, staying active, doing what I can to keep my business afloat. Just share these videos to try to inspire, educate, and motivate. And once again, you can reach me at navigate-logistics.com. I'm still pushing to expand. Anybody that has the drive, determination, self-motivation, and want to be an owner-operator, we're definitely given the opportunity to do that. Just reach me on the website, send me your resume. Mandatory 2 years experience with a clean NVR. We can work with you. Like I said, navigate-logistics.com. Once again, thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to give me that like, join the tribe, and subscribe, and share if you really care. Peace.